President Trump's firing of the Director of Bureau of Labor Statistics has captured the attention of the American people. In short, BLS issued its monthly employment figures, and as usual, that reporting included revisions to prior employment numbers. Well, this round of employment statistics was perceived to be bad for President Trump, so he immediately had the director fired. Now, this made me think about an ancient story, a tale involving an old king named Tigranes the Great. Now, you might be asking, why on earth would I want to talk about an ancient dictator? Well, just bear with me. Tigranes ruled Armenia around 95 BC. He had angered the Romans, so a Roman consul named Lucullus mobilized an army to defeat him. A messenger arrived at Tigranes' court and told him that Lucullus and his army were close by. Now, Tigranes did not like the news of Lucullus's approach, so he had the messenger beheaded. It's one of the earliest references in the Western canon to killing the messenger. But the key is what happened to Tigranes after he killed the messenger. Plutarch, the great Roman historian, said this: The first messenger who gave notice of Lucullus's coming was so far from pleasing Tigranes that he had his head cut off for his pains. And here's the key part for all of us. No man dared bring further information. Without any intelligence at all, Tigranes sat while war was already blazing around him, giving ear only to those who flattered him. That episode and the lesson of don't shoot the messenger is particularly relevant today in light of the firing of the BLS director. That is the modern-day bureaucratic equivalent of Tigranes beheading the poor messenger who simply shared bad news. What I'm mostly concerned about is the fact that President Trump, like Tigranes the Great, has made the message clear. He wants only good news, and to paraphrase Plutarch, will give ear only to those who flatter him. Now, this episode should ring alarm bells for the American people. We need leaders who have full information to make their decisions, not cherry-picked or sugar-coated tidbits to satisfy the ego of the ruler. Sometimes the facts are just bad, and there's no way around it. We need leadership that can handle such bad news and act accordingly. As a former Inspector General, I know that this is particularly important for the American people. The entire purpose of the Inspector General construct is to identify problems and alert agency leadership, all designed so that they can fix the problem for the benefit of the American people. But if the president fires IGs and other government officials for bringing forward bad facts, that will lead to willful blindness among our leadership and potentially serious consequences for all of us. We don't have to make this up. Just look to the real-life examples of Argentina and Greece. In both of those countries, they obscured economic data, which led to grave consequences. Investors lost faith in the government's data, and that in turn led to major economic crises for both countries. So rather than firing people for sharing bad facts, our leaders need to empower subordinates to disclose bad news as early as possible. That allows leaders to course correct and fix the problems early before they blow up into something even worse. That's leadership 101. That's the right way for leaders to operate. Or else they'll be like Tigranes the Great, who sat there with no idea that war was already blazing around him. Thank you.